Hey guys, Jared Morse here, excited to show you a slick solution for getting data out of an email or a webhook and into a Google Sheet automatically, without delay, without error, and without the cost of manual data entry. This video is definitely for you if you ever receive leads via email, maybe sales notifications, fulfillment requests, or any other type of transactional email, and you need the data inside of the email to end up in Google Sheets. Today, I'm going to go through the entire process step by step, leaving no stone unturned. Let's dive in. There are 4 moving parts to this solution. The first is an email or a webhook. Today, we'll focus on working with emails, but the steps are quite similar with webhooks. Second, you'll need a Google Sheet. Third, you'll need a Google Form. And lastly, you'll need a Parser account. Let's start by creating a free Parser account. We'll go to parsing.com and click on the sign up for free button. Go ahead and fill out this form with your actual information, prove you're not a robot, sorry robots, and create your account. Once inside, we'll click on email flows and create a new mailbox. This will create a unique serialized email address. Go ahead and click the copy icon to copy the address. And at this point, the next step is going to look a little different for everyone watching this video. You'll want to go into whatever system is currently sending you an email to your personal or work email address and update the settings to have it send directly to Parser. Oh, and if you still want a copy of the email, you can click the gear icon on the mailbox and input a forwarding address and save your mailbox settings. Now, do you notice how there's a spinning icon here and it says waiting to receive an email for this email flow? Well, yeah, we're going to be spinning our wheels waiting to take the next steps unless we have our system send Parser an email. Let's do that. After receiving an email, Parser is ready to be configured. Click the gear icon and edit them Parser fields. So we'll add our first field and call it first name. Don't get too hung up on the labels here. These really are just for your reference later on in the process. Ignore the message telling you to highlight the information you want in the email. We're going to set this thing up like true ninjas. Click on the empty button and tell Parser exactly where in the email you want it to start searching for the value. Then tell Parser where you want it to stop searching. Click View. If it highlights the value you're looking for, you're golden and can click Confirm. If not, play with your start and stop values until you get it right. Then click Confirm. Now, 99% of the time, you can get the value you need from the plain text version of the email. But if you're really struggling, just know that you can go into the advanced options to get a value out of the HTML version. This is also where you can parse data from the subject line if needed. Repeat these steps for every value you want to get out of the email. Once you've done that, click Configure Actions. We'll create a new action. This is a little outside of today's video, but if you're using a CRM or marketing automation platform listed on this page, you'll definitely want to explore that. For now, we'll choose Send a Webhook. And pause. How you doing, champ? Good? That's what I like to hear. At this point, you'll want to open Google Drive in a new tab. Click the New button in the top left, then More, then Google Forms, and choose a blank form. Give your form a fancy title and thorough description so that a year from now, when you're cleaning out your Google Drive, you know what it is and don't accidentally delete it. Now, we're going to add a field to the form for every field we created in Parser. For the field type, let's use short answer, unless what we're capturing is really long, in which case you might use paragraph. So I'll go through and add each of these at superhuman speed. Now we'll click on the Responses tab. By clicking the spreadsheet icon, I can either create a new spreadsheet or select an existing spreadsheet. Let's click Create. Next, we'll preview the form. Looks good, no need to style it as no human is ever going to lay eyes on it. With that being said, we do want to make sure that our connection between the form and our spreadsheet is tight like unto a dish, so let's fill out the form. And check. Just click Submit Another Response to get back to the form. Now we need to view the page source, which can be done 10 different ways. I'm sure trolls will flood the comments mocking my simple right-click View Page Source approach, but it's the most universal approach across various computers and browsers, so back off, haters. For Mac users, type Command F, PC users, Control F, which will bring up a search window where we'll type in Form Action. There should be only one of these in all the code. Go ahead and copy the URL between the quotes. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but that's Command C on a Mac and Control C on a PC. If you're not a cool kid with a software app that stores previously copied items, no worries, I got you. Just open up a text editor or notepad file and paste this link for safekeeping. Going back to the form, now we'll click the ellipsis icon in the top right. Oh, you didn't know these 3 vertically stacked dots were called an ellipsis? Well, now you do, and if you take nothing else away from this video, I hope it's ellipsis. Once clicked, we'll choose the Get Pre-Filled Link option. We'll fill out the form, making our values the same as the field labels, and hit Get Link. And copy that link. Let's go back to our text edit file and paste it in there. Command V, Control V. Now if you played the game Operation as a kid and won, you're going to make it just fine through this next part. I want you to delete everything up to and including the and symbol, or should I say, as the Pompeians, ampersand symbol. We'll then add a couple of spaces before the equal symbol, delete the next ampersand, hit enter or return and repeat. We're just carefully pulling these entry IDs out and setting them on their own lines. Got them. Now we go back to Parser. From our text file, we'll copy the URL to send our webhook to and paste it into Parser. Next, we'll add those entry IDs as individual fields. Then we'll merge the values we're parsing from the email by copying and pasting the appropriate labels that we created previously. Let's save our webhook and click back to actions. Go ahead and turn this on like Donkey Kong and go back to email flows. Turn this one on as well. Then we'll dive into the inbox where we'll see the email we already received. Notice it says skipped because we didn't have things set up and turned on. Now that everything is set up and is turned on, let's check this box and process the selected email. To view the email, simply click the row. Sweet success if you see this message saying that a webhook was sent. And now, for the moment of truth, we return to our Google Sheet and hot dang! There's the data from our email chilling in our spreadsheet. And moving forward, all emails sent to that Parser inbox will be instantly inserted into our spreadsheet. No need to manually process them. Just to prove it to you, I'm going to send another email to Parser. Bada bing, bada boom. Now the free trial of Parser includes the ability to do this 100 times free of charge to test and prove the concept. Once proven, you can upgrade right within the app by clicking on your name and going to My Plan. Congrats fam, you can now call yourself a workflow ninja. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more automation wizardry. Oh, and hey, if you're wondering, Parser also receives webhooks, so if you're receiving a webhook from a shopping cart or third-party software and you don't control the formatting of that webhook, meaning you can't change the name value pairs to match the Google entry IDs, and you really want the data from said webhook to be added as a row in your Google Sheet, it's even easier to build out this process with webhooks than what you saw here today with emails. I'll include some links on working with webhooks in the description, and the Parser support team is always more than willing to help. Until next time, keep automating. If you followed the steps I outlined in this video and see a failed message here in the inbox, click on the Send Webhook node to expand the details. And 9 times out of 10, you'll see a 401 error code with the phrase unauthorized. This simply tells us that you likely created the Google form inside of a G Suite for Business account. That's no biggie, but Google now defaults to only letting users in your organization submit the form. We can fix this by returning to our form, clicking the gear icon, and under the General tab, deselecting the box that requires sign-in from your organization. Just make sure you click Save after unchecking that box. Now you can return to the Parser inbox, reprocess the email, and you should be golden.